Picky eaters of Reddit, what's something you can never get yourself to eat, and why? Fat from meat. I hate the gelatinous texture. My husband and his family have pork belly a lot and it is mostly just fat in a small sliver of meat. It's very hard for me to eat it without getting a glob of fat. Texture is usually what gets me with food, not necessarily taste. When I was little, my mom didn't want me to waste food, and forced me to eat the fat glob. As I chewed, I immediately started crying and threw up. Never forced me to eat fat globs again. I seem to go by that if I don't like the smell and/or consistency, I won't like the taste way of thinking. Eggplant. I think it tastes great, but the soft texture always throws my brain off. If you haven't tried fried eggplant, I'd recommend giving it a go. It gives it a much firmer texture. It's good on pizza. When I was younger and ill, my mom used to make me eat bread with hot milk. To this day, even the idea makes me feel sick. Before she passed, I asked her about it and she said it's what my nan used to give her when she was ill. I asked why she would inflict it on me. She just laughed. I miss her. Damn, I miss eating bread with hot milk. I used to like it lol. Beans. For whatever reason, their mealy texture makes me gag. I'm not picky and I can't believe I'm the odd one out. Mushrooms, they are revolting, and have no redeeming qualities. I can't eat them because I start to gag and puke. The feeling of the slimy texture makes me sick. Agreed. They smell and taste like wet earth. I don't know how else to describe it. I wouldn't say I'm picky, but I've never been able to eat parsnips, and every year at Christmas I have to re-explain to everyone there that I don't like them, monsieur. As to why, I just don't like the taste. They taste like carrots, but more interesting to me, dried or pickled fish. Anything made with fish that tastes like fish. It's weird. If it doesn't taste fishy, I'll eat it. If it does, I tend to gag. Oddly, I tend to not like cooked fish, but raw fish in the form of sashimi is awesome. Cilantro. I have the gene that apparently makes it smell and taste metallic and soapy. Can't stand it, but strangely enough my parents absolutely love it. That gene is passed down directly from your parents. Surprise, you're adopted. Surprise, one of those adults adulterated. Fucking oysters. Looks like snot with veins. The idea of eating oysters freaks me out. I find it really disturbing that they're sometimes alive when they get to the table. I picture people seasoning these things while they're in terror, before eating them alive. I think I got this hang-up from that walrus in the Carpenter song in Alice in Wonderland, where the walrus eats all the baby oysters, and the grandpa finds all their shells and cries. Eggs. They're disgusting. I think it stemmed from my dad. He's in the military, so he's not very picky, so he cooks eggs till they are black. Over time started hating the taste and consistency to the point if I even smell them I gag. I had the opposite. A lot of people cooked eggs that still had jiggly parts or snots on them, monsieur. It took me a long time to start liking them again. Cabbage. And believe me, I've tried. I even did an AskReddit post and tried all the suggestions. There does not appear to be a way to make a cabbage palatable to me. I strongly prefer Chinese American preparations of cabbage, but I can totally see disliking it. Fuck olives. They taste like someone shit in my mouth after they ate olives for lunch. I've yet to understand what people like about the monsieur salty little dog turds. Love me some salty round bois. Though I can see why some people don't like it. It's a very strong briny flavor and the rubbery texture can be off-putting. Cottage cheese because of the texture, and it looks absolutely disgusting. Not me, but my BF would probably kill someone before eating any kind of cheese. He doesn't even trust cheesecake. No joke. As a Swiss, I cannot understand how he survives without it. As a Swiss, I second this. I am Dutch, I triple this. Onion. The texture and flavor is just super overbearing for me. It's obviously frustrating given how ubiquitous it is. I can enjoy things cooked with onion, but biting into actual onion makes any meal just become onion to me. I had to scroll pretty far before I found my answer. I won't eat raw onions. I don't like onion that is in any state that it is still crunchy. I have taken to using my NutriBullet to puree onions to use in cooking, thus assuring that no crunch remains. I don't think I have a problem with the taste, except for raw. If the salad is hiding red onion amongst the purple cabbage and I bite into it, I gag. Biggest sacrilege in my book is people who put onions in the baked macaroni and cheese. These people have evil in their hearts. Pickles, beets, tomatoes, and cow tongue. It just seems so ghoulish to eat an animal's tongue. I won't touch it. My husband loves cow tongue tacos though. He says it's the only food that tastes you back. Wait until he learns about pineapples. Liver, sad face. I can get on board with this, and chicken hearts and gizzards. Fondant. Fuck fondant. It looks so goddamn nice, but it's really just a worthless piece of shit. Kinda like Kylie Jenner. It's like a thick sugary cement paste. I would rather eat beetroot than fondant. Fuck you fondant. You worthless, disgusting, revolting piece of CAMELARSED shite. Fondant is the food equivalent of compensation. $10 says fondant drives a Jeep or a Hummer. Fondant is that kid in high school that claims he's the shit, but then barely finishes the mile run in time. I hate fondant with a burning passion. I hate fondant more than PETA hates me after I tell them I use a leash when walking my dog. I hate fondant so much. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Tomatoes are absolutely disgusting and I refuse to eat them raw because of the smell and texture. I hate ketchup but because it's sweet, not because there are tomatoes in it. Ironically, I love tomato concentrate and frequently put it into stews, on pizza and the like. I'm the same. Fresh tomatoes disgust me, but I am happy with tomato-based sauces and using them in other cooking. Booty. IDK how some people are super into it. I've tried and every time I just know about it the last minute. Never tasted, but a little bit of spice seems to make everything better. Try some chili maybe? Bold move cotton. Let's see how it plays out. I'll update with results. This thread is making me hungry. I just ordered pizza with every meat and vegetable they had. I'm definitely not a picky eater. I love all food. Brussels sprouts smell and taste horrible to me. Please don't tell me everybody loves my special Brussels sprouts recipe, because I definitely won't. Oh, you haven't tried my Brussels sprouts recipe. The secret ingredient is bacon. Actually, it's the only ingredient. I hate Brussels sprouts too. Step 1. Throw Brussels sprouts away. Step 2. Cook delicious bacon. Step 3. Step 4. Profit. Oysters. It's both a taste and a texture thing for me. I can't get over the sliminess. I can't do clams, mussels, or other things that come in shells. Either. Avocados. I don't care if you think my palate hasn't matured. They're disgusting from the texture to the taste. Agree. Just no taste and fat. I hate the texture. I can't stand avocados even in smoothies and sushi. Makes me sick. Jelly in any shape or form. Especially in cakes. Raisins and spaghetti goulash. Type of stew that has cabbage in the sauce. I have my reasons. Yup, never had a PB&J growing up. Just PB. It's a texture thing. Bananas. I hate everything about bananas. The smell, taste, texture, they make me gag. Thank you. I am treated like a leper for not liking bananas. But man, I hate everything about them. And it's a lifelong disdain. I wouldn't even eat them as baby food. I can smell them from pretty far away and taste if something has cross-contaminated with them. During cooking, like I can taste if a deep-fried cheesecake was made in the same fryer with a deep-fried banana. Ugh, so gross. Sweet potatoes. Ugh. Walnuts. My mom used to force me to eat those. Turns out I'm allergic to them. I also hate the way they taste. My mom caught me when I tried to silently throw them away long ago. LMAO. I hate all kinds of nuts. Allergy is a whole nother level, though. Glad you weren't harmed. Peas. I just can't stand the taste or texture of them. Found you. Finally. someone who hates peas like me. To make this so much better, my mom used to love to make pea soup throughout my childhood at least once a week, and we had to finish our plates. I threw up a few times and once it went in my nose. I smelled it for weeks. Pretty sure that part was mostly in my head, but just thinking of it, I can smell it again. God, they're awful. I am really not picky, but I have a vendetta against shrimp. When I was younger, my grandmother for my stepbrother's birthday ordered a few pizzas, but one being for herself and my grandpa, the being a shrimp pizza. I tried a piece of leftover shrimp and absolutely hated it, clearly because I immediately threw up. Tomatoes, they're all squishy and don't taste good. Same with cucumbers. If they are squishy, you are buying the wrong tomatoes. I will eat tomatoes if they're part of something else, but on their own I can't stand the taste unless they are sun-dried tomatoes. There's also a texture thing that I can't get around. Glad to have so many picky eaters in one place so I can tell you all what a pain in the ass you are to cook for and have dinner with. Lol. We know, it's horrible and I wish I wasn't picky. I don't want to be picky. I'm a picky eater and I'm easy to cook for. Just don't use anything gross, like mushrooms, minced meat, ham, tomatoes, anything too fatty, vinegar, liver, stomach, other inside the body but not meat stuff, very spicy things, beans, dressing, oil, olives, pickles, cheddar cheese, peas, blue cheese, tuna, sausages, hamburgers, avocado, sweet potato, seaweed, jalapenos, goat cheese, bacon, shrimp, sushi, and probably some other things. Tip: pizza is never or rarely wrong for picky eaters. Just be careful with what you put on it. Mayonnaise. Why ruin a perfectly good sandwich with mayo? It's just slimy and makes the whole thing mushy. Even Chipotle mayo is redeemable in my eyes. Fuck mayo. Cilantro, coriander, cause it tastes like soap. Mussels, the texture, the look of snot. My nanny did believe I didn't like them and made me eat the monsieur. Pukeathon then occurred, so now even if I try to eat then I gag. Mushrooms, fuck mushrooms. Black olives are gross. Counterpoint, all olives are gross. Not picky really, but hot dogs make me literally vomit. Sometimes the smell and taste are disgusting. Edit. Also, I despise and fish or seafood or anything that has lived in water. I also hate pepperoni. I don't know why I didn't include feces in the beginning. Bell peppers, yikes. The green ones are disgusting. Red, yellow, orange are fine. Emo. Why does everyone say this? They all taste the same. Disgusting. They don't though. Greens are usually less sweet, more bitter and flavorless. Reds are milder in taste and more sweet. I absolutely love all peppers equally. Bone soup. My mom used to make it saying there was a lot of collagen in it and it was healthy, but that thing smelled like liquid salt and fat. No JJH. Cucumbers taste like the white, green part of a watermelon. The worst part. Pickles cucumber, but squishy, soggy, and salty. Ew. Clams or oysters squishy, slimy, and chewy. Just no. Carrots, I can only eat them cooked with other veggies, sautéed with olive oil, garlic, pepper, and salt. Green beans, I always end up almost choking on the string they have, and even if I chew thoroughly, I hate the texture of the bunched up string in my mouth. Greater than green beans, I always end up almost choking on the string they have, and even if I chew thoroughly, I hate the texture of the bunched up string in my mouth. You're supposed to remove that stringy bit before cooking the monsieur. Water chestnuts. Just no! Exclamation mark. Eggs disgust me. Snail, clams. I would have to say grapefruit. It's so bitter. Fuck cilantro. I'm not a picky eater, but OMG I hate cilantro. I'm very picky, but mayo is the one thing I can't even choke down to be polite. I have ridiculously long list of things I never eat left to my own devices. But most of those I can eat a little if it's served to me at a dinner party or something. Mayo, however, Makes me shudder in disgust. I have trouble even using it to make something for someone else. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.